Oh hi, I'm Yahoo Mac. Today we're going to do a unique take on a traditional Mexican breakfast called Huevos Rancheros, or ranch style eggs. I do my own variation of this. I will include at some point a video on a more traditional recipe for this, but today I'm going to show you my unique crispy Huevos Rancheros. This is a wonderful breakfast that you can make with eggs, salsa, and leftover chips. The chips at the bottom of the bag, what do you do with those things? You save them for breakfast. Let's get started. Okay guys, as always, we're going to start with our ingredients list. Make sure that you have the following ready to go. You need a touch of salt, 2 eggs, about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of margarine or butter. You'll need chips. It's always best to use the chips from the bottom of the bag. This is a great use for all the smaller chips that are hard to eat with salsa and guacamole, etc. You can use this for this recipe, and it's a perfect way to use leftover chips. Lastly, we'll need some fresh salsa. And if you didn't see the video of how I make my fresh salsa, I will put the link in the description. And make sure that you have all these ingredients ready to go. Let's do this. First thing, you want to make sure that your pan is preheated to medium high. And we're going to take some of our margarine and we're just going to drop it in there and let it begin to melt. Once your margarine starts to melt, you want to add in a little bit of your fresh salsa. And you'll want to start cracking your eggs into your pan. There's one. And there's 2. Next we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt on our eggs. And that's it. Just a touch of salt. You just want to let your eggs fry and let some of this salsa sort of make contact with your eggs. I'm going to lower the heat just a little bit so that the eggs don't cook too quickly and burn on the bottom. Let's go ahead and flip our eggs now. Get them turned over. There we go. And let them continue to cook on that side. And while that's happening, we're going to add in the rest of our salsa over here on this side. And we're just going to let that come up to heat. I tend to like to sort of pop my yolks at this point. I don't like super runny yolk, but that's a matter of preference, and you can make your fried eggs how you like to have them. I like to make sure that my eggs are thoroughly cooked. I don't like runny eggs, I don't like runny yolks, but again, it's a matter of preference. Okay, now that the eggs are done, we're going to take them and put them to the side for a couple of minutes while we finish this dish. So let's put these off to the side. And next, we're going to drop some of our chips in here, just like that. And you don't want to leave these in too long because you don't want your chips to get soggy, but you do want them to get a little bit of heat and come in contact with this salsa that you have going in your pan. And I usually give it a little toss or two, and we're ready to plate. Okay, now we're ready to plate this. What we'll want to do is pour out the chips that we just made onto a plate, just like so. And you want to take the eggs that you just made and just rest them gently on top of the nest of chips. We'll put a little garnish. And there you go. And you can serve it with a bowl of fresh salsa. It's a wonderful breakfast, and I hope that you enjoy it. It's easy to make, takes 3 or 4 minutes. Thank you.